Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday afternoon. Welcome to the stream of the Elder Scrolls Legends. I'm Pete Hines, also known as DC Deacon, and today, once again, I have a very special guest. He is a phenomenal Legends player and also an excellent strategy card gamer. You may know him as CVH, Christian Van Hoos. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. How you doing, everybody?
Welcome to the stream. So yes, as somebody said earlier in the chat, yes, CVH will be carrying me today. It is incumbent upon him to make sure I do no lightning bolts to face, no bad ordering of sequencing of cards and playing out ETB effects in the wrong order. That is his job. Good luck with that, Christian.
I'll do my best.
It is a crap job, I got to tell you. We are going to do an arena run today. I thought it'd be a good way to get Christian's take on arena and drafting a good deck. You know, I know a lot of you have been watching streams and playing Legends, but we also have a ton of new folks who just got the phone version that came out last week, and so we want to make sure we're not talking past anybody. And so I think Christian will be a great resource for all of you and for me in talking about cards and pick order and so forth. CVH, sir, any preference on what you feel like drafting today?
Man, I play no favorites. I usually let my own chat decide the class for me, so I can blame them if things go wrong.
Chat, do you guys have a preference on what CVH and I draft today? Please.
I notice you have a quest over there for Scout.
I do have a Scout quest, but I do not want my quest to bias. Or say Scout. Well, it's a lot of all of them.
Yeah, it's a tight one. It's a tight one.
You know what? I see Warrior coming on strong.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do Warrior. Orxuses. Let's see if we can do the Orxuses deck. We're in.
Yeah.
Right, so for those of you who haven't either played Legends before or played a strategy card game before, this is my favorite way to play. This has nothing to do with the cards in your collection. It has to do with picking a class, and for us, classes are just what we call a pair of colors, in this case, red and purple, strength and endurance, and now I'm going to get randomly presented with 3 cards from those 2 colors plus colorless. I pick 1 card, the other 2 go away. It's completely random. It's pulling from all of the cards across the core set, plus the story that we put out, Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, plus the new Dragons of set, the Heroes of Skyrim set. Madhouse collection.
Yeah.
Literally
reward cards.
All of the cards that are in the game in these colors can be presented. And here we go. So to start off with, we've got one of the sort of Stormcloak, I guess, Stormcloak tribal cards that's from Heroes of Skyrim, which is obviously, if you played Skyrim, big theme in Heroes in the Skyrim of the Stormcloaks versus the Imperials. 4/4 for 4.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
We call that the vanilla test, right? Just no other text. How do you feel about a 4/4 for 4? It's okay. The ability here to get 3 or more creatures to die that turn before you play it, and to get a 2/2 Rallying Stormcloak, that could be a bit of a tall order.
I've never seen it happen, but I'm sure it can.
That's really only going to happen, basically, and I think what this is really designed to be is, you know, you have cards that are kind of good early, but maybe if you draw them late, they're not as good, and so if you have a late game sort of board stall where you've got a lot of creatures and you top deck this, maybe you make a couple of trades, you get a 4/4 plus a 2/2 for, you know, that's 6 power and 6 toughness. That's not as bad.
Six power is a good amount. 6 power is a good amount. I'm liking,
dual top of the world. Yeah, and there's a new mechanic we have. Battle. Have you played much with Duel, CVH?
I've seen it played on me a couple times, so I've experienced it a few times. It's really cool because one of the coolest thing about it is that the battle, it doesn't actually take the creature's attack. So you can use this card to kill something, essentially targeting one of your creatures to power it up, and then use that creature to attack again.
Yep.
So, you know, essentially get 2 attacks in that way. Cool card. Cool card.
Pushes through a lot of damage. +3/+3 is pretty significant in taking something that may not be big enough to deal with your opponent's biggest creature and suddenly making it big enough, allowing you to kill it and then swinging through, and as CVH said, either killing another creature or getting through for a ton of damage. And then, of course, the Ogrim, big, dumb, can't hide, 7/4 for 4. I tend not to draft cards like this a lot, but, you know, sometimes the beatdown is just the beatdown. Where are you leaning right now for where we start off with our pack one, pick one?
Well, you know, Ogrim's definitely the simplest card here, and sometimes the simple, elegant choice is the one for me. And yeah, I just see 7 toughness, or 7 power, rather, on turn 3 with the Ring of Magic, or turn 4, and I just think it's immediately better than the Avenger. And it's worth noting that the most successful warrior decks tend to be pretty aggressive. I don't know if you've had that sort of same.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, you know, everybody talking about orcs. Like, orcs tend not to play for the late game. They like buffing each other, smashing, pumping for having other orcs on the board and getting in. And again, getting this out it also requires you to still be alive on turn 7 and doing something. And so Ogrim is, I think, just generally going to be a better pick. So I think we'll start off with Ogrim.
Yeah, I'm done.
Speaking of orcs,
what we got here?
So immediately, CVH, when I look at this, I would tend to gravitate towards these 2 cards here. I know we just talked about a 4/4 for 4. It's okay. It's not amazing. I tend to find this card to be a little better because, for example, it doesn't just get lightning bolted right away. It tends to have a little bit more staying power on the board in terms of trading. I love Argonians. I love slaying things. I think a 3/4 for 3 with slay +1/+1 is close to as good as this. I don't love, I mean, I like cantrips, don't get me wrong, but a card that just gives you +0/+3 and draws a card, I don't love.
I mean, I like plate probably a bit more than you do, but you know, I'm a control player at heart. I don't like it as much as just solid stats for when you're playing them. So both of the 2 creatures are good. In
a warrior deck, how likely are you to take enchanted plate, given that you're not going to have much in the way of, like, if you're playing, you know, yellow instead, and you can throw this on a Sense Tiger that just sits there for the rest of the year and blocks. It seems like it's even better in a deck like that. In this, where we're not going to be doing a whole lot, if you're more aggressive, do you still like buffing up the health of your cards just to...
Yeah, sometimes. I wouldn't, like, take a bunch of enchanted plates, but a couple can, like, for example, the Ogrim, pretty fragile card, only 4 health. You can use the plate there to keep it out of range of lightning bolts and stuff like that if you're just pushing every turn.
So the question is, do we take the Orc and please the masses, or do we take the Argonian and...
and please you? Now we're taking the Orc.
Okay.
Forget about you, Pete. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're probably already going to get offered a lot more 3 costs, too. That's very common currently.
Yeah, well, so our curve is not going to look great after 3 picks because it's going to be all 4 and above, which is not terrible, but not great. Again, I'm a big fan of these 2 here. I think a 7/7 for 6 is pretty good, and the fact that it can't be damaged by actions is solid, but I find the Ambusher to be particularly good in any number of matchups, finishing creatures off, getting rid of wards, all kind of stuff. But in an aggro deck, you know, maybe you want the 4/4 that's just going to give you more guys that are attacking when he attacks. Where do you go here?
Well, the Bannerman's definitely one of the best cards, even though it looks like it's, you know, 5 cost 4/4. You're not really excited about that, but the effect can really get out of hand if it's not immediately killed. We don't have any ways to really take advantage of the Nords yet, like no Northwind Outpost to give him extra attack. So again, I'd probably just go with the Sentinel because it's huge, just humongous,
just
probably
big,
the biggest thing on
thing
6.
To... All right. Sentinel it is. All right, so we got a Savage Ogre, 5/5 for 7, vanilla test, not great, but I can tell you that when your opponent plays it and you're taking an additional 5 from somewhere that you weren't expected, particularly to CVH's point, in an aggressive deck, you know, you're also often doing the math and figuring out, well, you know, I'm at 8, but he's only got, you know, a 1/2 and a 2/1 on the board, and then suddenly he turns that into a 7/2 like that.
Yeah.
Game.
For sure. The Vanguard has also been one of the cards from the new set that is, well, actually all of the 2 others besides the Savage Ogre from the new set, they've really overperformed. I didn't think they'd be as good as they are, but both of these cards are pretty sweet, honestly. East Empire Crafter a bit more when you're a little bit more defensive, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, pairs nicely with something like a Sentinel if you want to drop a 7/7. But there's also times where you drop a lumbering Ogrim and you don't actually want him getting guard and like, oh, crap.
He doesn't actually even get guard. He has the 4 health.
Oh, right, sorry. The Scrapper. So I'm thinking of taking the Stormcloak here just for curve purposes and not go all top end.
Yeah, it's tough because, you know, I respect a good curve, but Savage Ogre has probably won me more games than any other card in the game.
Yeah?
In Arena. Yeah, it's between Savage Ogre and Lightning Bolt, I think, or, you know,
All right.
I always feel better when I have a red deck with Savage Ogre.
Well, look, if I take your advice and this goes pear-shaped, I can always just point out that you...
For sure, yeah.
So, all right, Savage Ogre is the pick, and now we've got a Vanguard again. We've got just a big old 6/4, a literally vanilla test, 6/4 for 5, and Stone Throw, which, again, in a deck like this, tends to work pretty well with Orc theme because we tend to usually have stuff with higher power than our opponent. It is removal. I do like removal. So I'm thinking either Vanguard or Stone Throw here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the Giant too much. Like, look at Ogre and then look at the Giant. Got the extra attack. We got the less cost. I wouldn't mind fixing the curve here with the Vanguard, personally.
Okay.
Like, Stone Throw's a card I like to take, and as a 1 or 2 of, but taking it early, then what if we have to take something like that later? Then
And presumably, like, if you're in a more controlling type deck, it's even better. But here, like, I mean, I guess so far we are looking to get to the late game.
Well, we're going to kill him with our late game.
Okay. Vanguard it is. So we at least have one thing to play before turn 4, so that's good. All right, what do you think?
Let's see here.
I'm never particularly impressed with the defender. He is an orc, but I don't love it.
Yeah, I don't mind the card, but you know, all 3 of these are good cards because they have prophecy, basically. You know, like that does pretty much save a card.
I tend to favor something like Curse Spectre only because I'm looking for things to add to my deck that do something that nothing else in my deck does. Right? Like I will have things that can deal big damage or give big pumps or whatever, but just straight silencing a thing that could be a problem, I find is not. But it is not great costed. Like I'd much rather have a Shadowfen Priest. So where are you leaning here?
I would be between the Protector and the Defender. I think before Heroes of Skyrim, I would probably have taken the Orc because the chances would be so high of getting Bankrai Butcher, or basically just Bankrai Butcher or Stone Shard Orc.
It has gotten a little bit more watered down in Arena with all the new cards.
Yeah, I'd still like to take Orcs because those cards are still really high on my radar, but I mean, because we can't really guarantee we'll have Orc synergy, I'd probably just take the better of the 2 2-drops, which is pretty obviously the 3/2.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
like
on board with that plan. So, Healing Hands, Dragon Plate Armor, and Hrothgar Artisan. Now, start off with Dragon Plate Armor, which is, again, this is a speculative pick. We're 6 picks in.
Yeah.
+2/+2 for 4 is terrible rate. We got way cheaper items than this that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
definitely.
You know, the odds of us getting a dragon are somewhere, but the odds of getting a dragon and playing it first and then playing this to get 4/4 seem light. I don't love Healing Hands as much as I'd love just playing a 2/3 for 3 and pumping something else.
Yeah, I love Hrothgar Artisan in Arena. Absolutely love Hrothgar Artisan.
Done and done.
And we don't have any 3s yet. So
okay.
Here we go.
Couple of interesting choices here. Obviously, Blighted Elite, a super aggro card, basically 5/3 for 3, so you know there's got to be something going on there, and the downside is, well, every turn that it lives, it's going to be dealing 2 to me on my turn. I have not played with or against Waves of the Fallen. Have you?
I have unfortunately played with it once, and also against it once, and while it was annoying against me, it wasn't particularly good, and while I drafted it, I wished I had not. It was just...
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like there's lots of games where, like, well, he's got 1 or 2 creatures, or you have 1 or 2, and honestly, like, spending a whole card and 8 Magicka to take 2 things and turn them into 5/5s or 2/2s, like, on average, just doesn't seem great. So I think we're either on Disciple or Blight, and the question is, how aggro are we, or do we, you know, look to get some card draw off a Disciple?
Well, it looks like we're pretty much just going to be playing 1 thing per turn. It would be interesting if we had taken the Markarth to get those Nord Firebrand tokens. That kind of works kind of well with the Disciple.
Yep.
But I'm kind of just liking the theme so far, besides I guess just the Vanguard, is we're playing really high attack value for the amount of magic.
Basically, every turn we're going to play one thing, but it's going to be the biggest thing anybody plays that turn.
Yeah, and that's a good game plan for Arena, I've found.
Okay, so there we are. Well, we're going back up the chain again. So we've got a Spiner, the Elder's Blood, and a Skyborn Dragon. So dragon. One ramping us into bigger stuff. Although, I mean, you're already at 6, so you're jumping from 7 to 8. A 7/3 that battles an enemy creature. Boy, it's amazing how often that kind of sort of sucks, and the stuff that you're picking off tends to be really small and not impressive, or this just straight dies. It's an even more expensive piercing javelin, or you know, a 3/3 with charge, and if I manage to kill anything with it, I get a random item. But again, it's at 3. What exactly am I killing with a 3/3 charge? How often? So I'm thinking Spine of the Elder's Blood here. What's your take?
Well, I wouldn't personally. I kind of view Scrounger as weaker Cliff Racer, but I think Cliff Racer is so absolutely amazing in Arena that I don't really mind it. Like if my Cliff Racer just gets cursed immediately with that extra benefit, Scrounger. I don't mind the 2 dragons. I wouldn't feel bad about them in the deck, for sure. Not as bad as like a Waves of the Fallen, but I think Charge is just one of the most unique and powerful things you can be doing, because it's so hard to put your Arena opponent on having Charge guys, right? Like in Constructed, you kind of know they're going to have it. I'd go with the Charge just for the extra damage, lack of good 5-drops.
The difference there, though, is I feel like Cliff Racer is so much better equipped to charge and tussle with something and stay behind if he needs to, or go into for direct damage and then take out at least trade for a creature next time, as opposed to how often, you know, on turn 5 you untap and your opponent's got a Lurking Mummy on the bat. Like, well, what are you gonna, like, this is just gonna smash.
Yeah, I agree.
But you still feel like this is the better thing.
Yeah, a little bit I'd go with that over the Spine.
Okay.
And we already have a really powerful 6.
Hey, speaking of Lurking Mummy, look what I just did.
Oh,
so,
did we get it? Nice.
Lurking Mummy at 5, which is really kind of counter to CVH's thought about what we're doing with this deck, playing the kind of biggest thing out there. That is not this. Ulfric Zealot, now, a total of 7 across power and health for 4 Magicka is not a great rate. I mean, there's just plain old 4/4s for 4 that come out better. And then you got Rapid Shot, which again can be a utility card to either just finish off something you really need to finish off, or sometimes you just need to draw a card into better options and you need a cantrip. Which way are you leaning here? I think I lead towards the Rapid Shot, although with your all-in aggro and getting a big 4/1 Battle Axe, I could see the argument why you just play big things on curve.
Yeah, Zealot's not bad. We're probably going to get more good 4s, though. Rapid Shot is kind of a unique card, right? It's good removal. It can cycle you if you need it to. Mummy, I don't hate Mummy in any deck, even in a more aggressive deck. I know Prophecies are supposed to be this defensive tool, but you kind of look at them, all right, I'll play the biggest thing every turn on my turn, and if you want to hit me, I'll play the biggest thing on your turn, too.
Gotcha.
For free. You know, sometimes it can just be like that, and then what are they really going to do if they've tried to race? But yeah, I guess Rapid Shot's the safe pick here for sure.
Okay. Well, it's hard to talk me out of a Young Mammoth, because this is one of the new beast cards. This is again from Heroes of Skyrim, basically, that when I break the enemy's rune, then anything that says beast form is going to flip, but it doesn't actually give itself anything. It only, I mean, it gives itself +1/+1, but it's just turning into a 4/4 for 3. I'd rather just straight have a 4/4 for 3. That said, too. Drain, then maybe I take that, but right? We just Mammoth.
Yeah, Mammoth 4/4 breakthrough.
I love me a Young Mammoth.
Yep, I don't know if I want to see the statistics of how many times I've actually passed a Young Mammoth, because I'm pretty sure I've taken it every time.
Every time. It's your Fighters Guild recruit. Is that a fair comparison?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. To be fair, I don't normally pass those either.
Okay, interesting choice here. You've got Little Girl, which is from Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. She's an 0/2. Not the
That
biggest
was
thing
actually that was the card I got to reveal from Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. So.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, that was my
cool.
preview card.
And this was sort of an early look at what we were doing with beast form and cards that transform into something else. Although the way these two transform is very different. She just does it at the start of your turn, and once she changes, she's changed. Ayla's Huntmate has a requirement to flip from being a 3/3 to a 4/4, but this time at least you get to draw a card. Now, I assume Lay Down Arms is not really anywhere on our radar right now. True?
Not really. I don't hate the card though. I think it could be. It's definitely good sometimes, but I don't think it's really what we want to be doing. And
sure. So now
like,
now you're talking about either a 3/3 for 4 that can flip and draw your card and be a 4/4, or an 0/2 that flips into a 5/5 and also has drain. Well, on the flip, the little girl seems like a far better card. The only problem being, of course, is that the little girl is way more vulnerable to removal. Fireball, there's a whole host of things that it's easier. Even, you get a curse or two or Murkwater Witch and suddenly your little girl is gone. What's your take on your 2/4 drop choices?
Well, if our game plan is to play best thing every turn and then hit our opponents with it on the following turn, little girl, if it lives, is great.
Yep.
But if we play our 4 cost on 4 and they spend 1 or 2 Magicka to kill it and then develop their own thing, we might not recover from that with our on-curve good 5-drop. So I'd probably just take the Ayla's Huntmate.
A little safer pick?
Yeah, we're going to be probably destroying runes pretty quickly with this deck, so we can just go ahead and get that card draw.
So basically what we're talking about here is the little girl's got a higher ceiling, but also a lower floor.
Yeah,
whereas
the floor
at least,
is like way down there.
Yeah, whereas the Huntmate is kind of in the middle. It's not going to get as high a ceiling, but it's also not going to be quite as vulnerable to us just getting straight blown out. I'm on board with that. Well, we're definitely getting the beast form cards. You got a Deadly Draugr, 1/1 lethal. I mean, it's not going to be the biggest thing, or I guess it could be the biggest thing on the board at 1. The thing I like about Deadly Draugr, much like Fighters Guild Recruit, is it is still relevant late, although it doesn't have guard. I mean, it does just kill whatever, provided it survives. Do you go Savage Ogre? Nobody sees the second Savage Ogre coming, CVH.
Yeah, they don't, but I've taken 2 Savage Ogres in many a draft that have done well.
Yep.
It does fairly much guarantee that you'll have a Savage Ogre to kill your opponent with. I don't mind Draugr either. This might be up to you, but Draugr's pretty good at what
look,
everyone talks
I
about.
I think Grim Shield Brother is not a terrible. I mean, it's a 2/3, but a 3/4 for 3 that also has drain is a pretty good rate, provided you can get its beast form trigger. So, I'm leaning towards playing Savage Ogre. I'm all in on.
Let's do it.
Let's just have big, crazy things to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately,
it kind of guarantees that we don't need much more late game because that'll kill them.
We got a lot. Well, we do not have a good deck set up for Stonehill Mammoth. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, agreed.
And so we're either going more top end or Deadly Draugr, and since we just picked Savage Ogre number 2, I'm kind of inclined to go Draugr here just to again, if you had these in your hand on turn 7, there's no question which one you'd rather have. The problem, of course, is you start an opening hand on the play with a 2 4-drops and a 5-drop, you mull all 3, and you end up with a Swamp Leviathan and 2 Savage Ogres in your hand, and you just sit there watching as you die over the course of the next 6 turns. So
yeah, I mean, I personally would always rather Savage Ogre than Leviathan, with some pretty rare exceptions. The shorter the game goes, the better if we're playing this aggressive of a deck. But
sure. So
yeah, Deadly Draugr is pretty good. You just plop it down on the field lane, and they can't really play anything in there if they want it to live. So you just play your 2-drop next to it, and kind of protects what you got going on.
So Draugr it is.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost halfway there. So, yet another 7-drop, Lowland Troll, the card I've never really been all that impressed with. White Run Protector, 4/4 for 5. Again, the vanilla test doesn't do great, but Beast Form is +2/+2 and guard and regenerate. So, kind of a build your own 6/6 guard regenerate.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're building with that one. That's a lot going on too.
Or a Frostbite Spider, which does have prophecy, which you talked about. Hey, if you decide to attack me, I can start dropping things as well. Where would you go here? Because I could see a reasonable case for either of these.
Yeah, I think I've overvalued Frostbite Spider in the past. I still think it's good, but the crazy stats of the Protector, if you can play it and set yourself up with one of these huge 4-drops to just destroy a rune immediately, Whiterun Protector is one of the better cards from the set for Arena for me, because it's just huge, and it can protect your guys like Ogrim too, like
it's
Lumbering Ogrim.
It's a slightly more expensive protector of the root, with the difference being you can often get that beast form before you get to 7 Magicka, and it's got regenerate.
Yeah, we know what we're doing on 7 Magicka.
Yeah.
And it's not gaining +2/+2, it's gaining +5/+0.
That's right. All right. Forsworn Looter, a card I've literally never seen played or played. Pilfer.
Well, that's disappointing.
Draw a random item from your deck with cost equal to Forsworn Looter's power. All right, so what shenanigans have you gotten into with this? You're playing this in a red-blue deck with Master at Arms and...
I played it in a sorcerer item deck with Master of Arms and Looters, and I swept the tournament with it. It went like 9 wins and like 2 losses. It was really good.
Well, that's why you're on the stream, is because you play with stuff and know how to abuse them in ways that I do not. Okay.
Well, but we have 0 items. So.
In this deck, so far, just literally unplayable. Herbalist, heal another creature, prize chicken. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm playing an Herbalist over any of these other ridiculousnesses.
If we don't, people will get mad if we don't take the chicken, but we should probably take Herbalist.
You know what, CVH, they get mad at me for all sorts of reasons. If it's over a chicken, it's probably not even the first time. Okay, Archvenom Tongue, more of a ramp card here, a 1/4 for 4. I mean, it'll kill anything on, but it's certainly not the biggest. Do we have anything? I mean, I guess Night to Remember, Savage Ogre, we could hope to live the dream.
That is really cool.
Live the dream there. Do we have anything else that really... No, and then...
Yeah, that's about it.
And then Triumphant Jarl, which is just a, you know, for an aggro deck. I mean, it's not a terrible 6-drop if you're beating down and just need to reload your hand. Maybe you haven't hit your Savage Ogre yet and you want to draw it.
Yeah, card draw is pretty rare for a Warrior.
I mean, I guess Jarl is just a strictly better, more reliable thing than having a Night to Remember with no good targets.
Yeah, I would go Jarl. Definitely Jarl.
All right. Well, there's more beatdown. 7/7 for 7, and a Dwarven Spider that we're never ever taking. So, another Zealot. We didn't take the last one, did we?
I would like to say that I played Thieves Guild Pickpocket earlier today in a casual game while testing a budget deck, and my opponent was just playing a normal sorcerer deck. Everything seemed alright. Played the Thieves Guild Pickpocket, stole his top card. I swear it was a Dwarven Spider. Like, I think he just had that in his deck only to give it to his opponents who stole their cards. Like, really.
So, I think Zealot here, right? Like, if we're looking to beat down on curve, then we just want to make sure we reliably hit our 4 and you know, 5 slots, and I don't know if we need another 7-drop.
Yeah, I don't think we do. Let's go with the Zealot.
Okay.
So now we just want some more. We want some good 2s, basically.
Well,
how many 2 costs do you like to end up with, generally speaking?
Well, that's a good question. The answer is, well, what kind of deck am I playing? Like, if I'm playing like super duper aggro, like, well, I want to have 5 or 6. Like, if they're good ones. Like, to your question, well, we're getting a 2-drop, unless we take Healing Hands, which I don't think we are. Sadly, we do not have any dragons yet, but I'm inclined to take the snack over the Warden here, just because I'd rather have a 2/2 plus the prophecy. Maybe we get a dragon and we get that, but you're really not taking this card because of that. We just want something that at least can do damage to the thing that hits it. Yeah,
Protector of the Innocent with 1 less attack power is still, I think, better than Old Gate
reasonable.
Warden. Yeah.
Well, here's a chance to take our dragon if we want. It's also a chance to take another orc. 5/4 for 5 is big. We've only got 2. And then you've got the East Empire Crafter. I think I'm leaning towards the Watchman.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't actually found any of that orc synergy, which you know, it's kind of limited. But
I mean, we still got a third of the draft left to go, but I think we just want to, again, make sure we're reliably hitting, 5.
Yeah, I mean, I will say East Empire has performed really well when I've taken it. Like, I heard someone, Tens, you might have seen maybe some Vizarina guides around, but I think he called East Empire Crafter the best common from Heroes of Skyrim for Arena. Just because if it's not answered to me, it's like Black Rose Herbalist, except if they don't answer it, all of the stuff starts getting +1/+1, and then since they're getting guard, they can protect the Crafter. And you're just getting a lot of value from that. Yeah, you're looking through, you're trying to find like, all right,
well,
so
I am. Like,
does
I got
this hit, yeah.
3. I got the 2 Savage
Yeah.
Ogres at 7 and my
Sentinel.
and my Sentinel, and that's it, or my Scrapper, and that's it.
Oh, we have the stone. Yeah, the Scrapper, the Sentinel.
And the Sentinel. We got 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great.
But a 3-drop that's relying on 2 7s, a 5, and a 4. I mean, I guess we could live the dream of this into Scrapper into, right?
It might happen. I don't know. I wish I liked Watchmen a bit more, but I guess we can take it and try to get the. If we get an Orc Synergy
Look, this
card,
is purely
we'll
for
really
entertainment purposes only. There's no wagering allowed on this. So if we just want to take it to see if we can live the dream of hitting that curve, I say we do it.
All right, let's do it. Sure, let's
Screw it.
We don't need orcs anyway.
Yeah, we don't need orcs in our orc deck. All right, I'm inclined to take a Circle Initiate here. I mean, a 1/1 that drops another 1/1 is fine, but I'd rather have, again, we're not crazy on 2 drops, and I consider this to be a good one, something that later on as a 4/3, you bring the sauce, baby. Let's get in there.
Yeah, it's just a great card. Great card. Comes down as a 4/3 a lot.
Well, do we need an 8-drop? Or do we just want the leader of the Stormcloaks? I mean, he pairs...
You're not a huge fan of the Shadow Mirror Savage Ogre combos?
No, not taking this. I would like to see you convince me to take Shadow Mirror as a 1.
There's one argument for it. I mean, the deck size is smaller, so you might draw the next copy. But yeah, I don't mind the Stormcloak really, because look at it compared to the Orc we passed up. 5 cost 6/5 instead of 5 cost 5/4. It has Breakthrough.
How many Nords can we search up? There's 1.
We currently can't search anything because we have no shouts.
Yeah, but it could happen. We still got picks.
It could happen. It could happen. Wait, what's our Nord right now?
Well, we've got the Protector. We've got the Zealot. I mean, both reasonable things to go fine. We got the Huntmate. Vanguard, Protector. I mean, we have targets.
Yeah.
So are you inclined to go really big, or are you ready to go Ulfric?
I'd go Ulfric, yeah. It's really big for a 5 cost.
I mean, we could get it another Whiterun Protector to go find.
Yeah,
I think this is our pick anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Over an Elite or the...
Well, the Elite does work with the East Empire Crafter, gives us something else to curve into.
I mean, it becomes a 4/6.
A 4/6 guard lethal on 4.
It's
hard to beat.
It's like Fighters Guild Recruit's big brother.
Yeah.
And I guess if you don't hit that, I mean, again, we're talking about Fantasy Christmas Land, where I just get to decide exactly the cards I want to play. But even if you don't, it's still I don't know if you've seen me play before, but that's not how that works. So which one of these is more reliably the thing that you want on that turn? A 3/5 lethal most of the time, or a 4/4 for 5 that I guess in our deck presumably is a little easier to turn on?
Reliably, I found the Elite to be incredibly annoying to play against. It's just
I don't disagree.
Awkward. Yeah, I think it's a good card for us.
Big,
and if they play a problematic
lethal.
Guard, yeah.
All right. I mean, we've only got 4/4 drops, so it's not a bad pick. They keep trying to
want to wind up with more 4s than 5s.
They keep trying to get me to take 0-cost Dwemer, and it's just not happening.
Hey, this one has Prophecy.
Yeah, it's not any better. Never played a Glass Helm of Remedy. Have you also won a tournament with this card?
No, I have not. I think it has beaten me a couple times.
Yet, though, right?
Yeah.
We're going to put that on your to-do list. That's your job for August, is go win a tournament with this. I want you to go XO in tomorrow's gauntlet with a build around a Glass Helm of Remedy.
Does it count as building around it if I play Merrick and Merrick keeps giving them to me for free?
I will accept that.
Right. Okay, we'll just get lucky then.
So do we just Deathless Draugr here? Or do we actually care about making something that much bigger and gaining 4 health? I don't think we do. No. That's a lot.
This is like Glass Helm of being much worse than Enchanted Blade.
One of the things that you have to appreciate happens in Arena, which is sometimes you don't get great cards to pick from, and you just got to take the least bad one. And I think
that's like my favorite thing to do, though. Find when they're actually good. Yeah.
So we can take Elite number 2. we can mummify, which I've never been, I mean, there's certain situations where it's great, but it's also certain situations where, like, well, they still have a 2/2 that you have to deal with. And again, I don't think we need the ramp or the dragon. So I think it's probably the elite.
Yeah, it's between elite and mummify. We did pass up some removal before, and mummify is good removal, but so is the elite. I mean, just a little bit less immediate removal.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really care about anything that. We don't have anything that cares about actions, which is good because we currently have one in our rapid shot.
But we do have that one card that cares about our elite, the East Empire Crafter.
Yeah,
all right.
Tiny
bit of synergy. Magical Christmas Land becomes closer.
There's another Circle Initiate, which I'm more than happy to take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 14. That's not a great. I think I probably just take Initiate here.
Yeah, we haven't gotten offered a lot of 2s, so I'm tempted to just take any
Make
that
sure
we get
that
offered
early.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know what goes well with 2 elites.
Hold on, I'm waiting for it to catch up. I don't actually know what goes well.
Two East Empire Crafter. You were supposed to guess. I knew you couldn't see it. Do we just double down on Magical Christmas Land? I mean, Midnight Snack is not completely unreasonable. I do think there's lots of situations where Bar de Guar is interesting because it almost can sometimes act like removal. This is a moment that's happened to me before in Magic the Gathering and Legends and other things where the first time I realized, like, oh, it just says a creature, not my creature, and I put it on something of theirs that I needed to kill that was hiding behind some big guard.
Yeah, and the Shadow Lane exists,
Yep.
so you can uncover some things if you want to use it like that.
Or Magical Christmas Land.
All right, so I don't know. My Magical Christmas Land involves me having a 2-cost as well, and I think I'd probably just take the 2-drop because I'm scared of not having one.
We're snacking?
Yeah, with only 4 picks left. If it was earlier, I might take one of the other ones, but yeah,
fine. Hey, look! Remember all those orcs we passed? There's the payoff. How many would we have? One.
We passed one orc, I think. I think we only passed the 5-cost.
We passed more than one.
Oh,
we have denigrated the orc race more than once during this arena, but I don't think there's any point in taking that. Like, I think we just take the Zealot just to pick up the Battle Axe and smash more. I mean, here's another 2-drop for you, but I don't actually know whether this is worth taking. I mean, it does get you right from 2 to 4, and we're heavy at 4.
Yeah, we do run the serious risk of having more 4s than 2s if we take another Zealot, and it's not even like the thing we always want to play on 4. A lot of the time we'd rather play the Ogrim or the Lethal or the Huntmate.
Sure.
I like his speaker because, like, on the ring, you can just ring out a his speaker turn 1, and then guarantee you can play that 3-drop next turn without using another ring charge.
Mm-hmm.
And then using that then into Artisan or a Lit, that's really powerful to me. And of course, we have a bunch of 4s, so 2 to 4 if they don't kill immediately.
I'm all right with taking a his speaker. We'll do that.
It's basically Fighters Guild Recruit. They're Argonians, right? So
yep.
2-cost Argonian.
Interesting choice here. Circle Initiative is clearly the more aggro beatdown thing, but a guy you may have heard of named Luis Scott Vargas told me I should always be taking every sharpshooter scout because it's just always good. Prophecy and dealing 1 damage is relevant, but for our deck...
Did he tell you that before Heroes of Skyrim was released?
It was really well before, yes.
Right. You know, I hate to disagree with Luis, but I disagree with Luis. Circle Initiate's great. I see that, and I just see 2-cost Prophecy, 4/3. Get him.
Done. I'm not actually all that impressed with Fireball here. I don't know. I mean, maybe we need another 6-drop. I wonder if we just take a Silence here. I mean, it's not removal. It doesn't even look anything like removal.
Yeah.
But there are cards where that becomes relevant, or do we just take the Spine and say, well, dragons is dragons?
We do have 2 Midnight Snacks.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
And he also gets the word guard with our Magical Christmas Land.
Yeah, there's a lot of different Magical Christmas Lands. We could snack, reduce it to 5, Spine on 5.
But you agree that Fireball is not really where we want to be. And Suppress, sometimes Suppress is just the best card you could. I mean, it's no Shadowfen Priest, but sometimes it's like the answer you need to somebody who's stacking up stuff. But A 6/6 for 6 is just a 6/6 for 6.
There's one thing to say about this deck is that we have really good stats on basically everything. So like for some aggro decks, suppress is good when you need to get by those guards, but we can just beat them down. We have better stats, so let's attack over everything that's in our way. I think that's fine.
All right.
Or ideally.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, stream watchers, this is what we look like. So
yeah,
we got a lot of action at 2. God help our opponent if we get the ring, and on turn 1 and on turn 2 we just start spitting out circle initiates and
oh yeah,
come at you with our army of 4/3s.
Now, how many prophecies do we have? They're all 2 drops, right? They're all the 2 cost guys.
Let's see.
It's like
we
6
got
of them.
3, 4, 5, 6. Do we get any more after the 2 spot?
I don't think so. We got offered a couple 5 drops, the Mummy and the Gratwood, and we didn't take them. But
Nope.
I'm okay with this. I would be okay with drafting this deck.
Well, good, because you just did.
Yeah, I mean, it's your account. Let's see if you wasted that 150 gold or anything. But yeah. Let's see.
Can anything stand before this arena hero?
So I'm gonna hop into spectator mode as soon as it lets me. I don't know if you've ever answered this. What is your favorite class to draft in Arena?
I don't have one.
Not a favorite? Ah.
Oh, you come back, though. You come back and see us here, Savage Ogre. Don't you be a stranger. So, yeah, so we're going to pitch that, but Stormcloak, Vanguard, Young Mammoth both seem very keepable, even on the play.
Yeah, totally good for me. Here's an interesting point. Just for the people who have no idea, what does High Elf Guest mean? That's like someone who's playing on an iPad, right?
Yeah, I was about to say. So this is somebody who's playing on mobile and has not yet created an account. Creating an account is bad for you. Why is it bad for you? Because you're leaking value, and if there's nothing that CVH and I agree on more, it's value. We love value. What do you get by creating an account? Well, by linking your Bethesda Net account, which you've created, and Twitch, you get free Twitch drops, like for watching a stream like ours. Anytime you stream or watch a stream, you get you're eligible for free drops. You get additional free packs for creating an account. You get to pick a name other than High Elf Guest. Like,
it's a very nice name, but you probably want a little bit more customization.
So my thinking here is, I think I might Protector.
Yeah, I'm down with the Protector.
Yeah.
We'll see how they like.
I could Stormcloak and just smash in here and trade, but I don't know if that's really what I want to be doing on 2. Get something down big. I'm going to hit him for more next. Sure.
We should try to keep the initiative early. So this means, well, with the Ice Spike especially, we are going to have way more on board than he does next turn.
Yeah, well, and I feel like I'm playing against somebody who's trying to go off with a Royal Sage or get to a Triumphant Jarl and is just trying to push in damage as much as possible. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
As long as I draw breath.
Swing for 3, and then we can either, I mean, we could Vanguard and Draugr. We could just Mammoth. I'm kind of inclined to Mammoth, and I think I'm inclined to Mammoth in the left lane rather than the right.
Yeah. It's good luck contesting the 4/4.
Left lane, yes?
Yeah, I'm down. You mentioned Twitch drops. I know there's some stuff going on about those. I don't know. I was busy throughout the day, logged into Reddit, and apparently they've changed. I don't know if you want to mention anything about that.
Yeah, well, they've changed because, as we said, we're going to continue to change. So, like, they changed a little bit now. They're going to change tomorrow. They're going to change, like, they're going to change all the time. We don't want predictability. I don't want folks saying, oh, like, I watched the stream and I got a drop, so there's nothing for me to do for X number of hours. Like, we dramatically lowered where we were on the refresh to for the Twitch drops, but we're going to keep messing with that kind of over and over.
So what you're saying is I have no idea when I'm going to get them or what I'm going to get.
Which means that you should be what?
I guess I should be having the stream open and watching
You should be streaming.
Oh, me, yeah, I should do that, but... Well, geez, come on, beat
Vanguard,
right now.
Vanguard number 2. So I think the line of play here is Circle Initiate, Swing. Right.
And you want to play the initiate in the right lane, maybe to contest the 2-2
Yeah,
over there.
that's what I was thinking. And then I still, I can either Vanguard, or I can Deathless Draugr and Vanguard, because potentially what I'm looking at is I can trade here, get a 5/5 battalion, still get a 1/1 skeleton. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I like the initiate first, and hopefully we don't hit anything here though.
Which we did.
It's got to be lightning bolt. It's always lightning bolt.
It's always lightning bolt.
Okay, it's not lightning bolt. It's exciting.
Sure. Yeah. So well, either that. I don't think I want to. I want to hold my Draugr back. So maybe I just.
I don't mind the Draugr in the well, that's tough. I don't mind the Draugr in the left, the deadly one, because he might try to kill your mammoth with the 5/5, and it's just an easy trade.
All right. I'm gonna do this one over here so I can trade with the harpy and not let and keep this going.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, and we have we didn't even see in Magical Christmas Land, the Vanguard gives us an East Empire craft your target. Basically. Essentially.
I think we go ahead and do that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Trade for free.
I'm okay with that. Maybe he won't even do it. I feel like he's gonna do it.
I mean, or what exactly would be like
know.
hoping that survives another turn? Like, yeah.
Maybe you'll go face. You'll start seeing red.
I got a secret. I'm not going face. So I'm thinking here that what I might do to use up everything is Vanguard to trade for the harpy. Swing.
I like that.
Swing. Actually, I'll swing with these two first and then this last to break the rune. And then drop the East Empire Crafter, knowing that we're going to get a battalion in our hand that we can drop next turn if we need to.
Sure, yeah, it works for me.
Because presumably he's going to take this 5/5 and eat this.
Yeah, and then you'll still have the Draugr down there to finish it off.
Oh. This was what you were supposed to stop me from doing.
Oh no, I still think this is fine. Yeah, I mean this leaves you with more stuff on board this way. I would still play this in the right though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean you have the if he doesn't kill this one, then I mean you can just run it into his 5/5 next turn. You wind up with one more thing on board.
Yeah, I meant to run this into the harpy and leave behind. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I have the same stuff on board, but
yeah, I mean you have one more thing on board, but the Draugr doesn't have last gasp anymore. I think it's okay to have it like this. There's like a very select few cards that would be bad for you here, but that's just a big thing. Not really too scared of that, because you can also use the crafter to just buff up the Arcane Elite.
Careful there, friend.
It's even larger. See, Mummify. That would be nice.
you know what'd be good here? Mummify or Silence.
Yeah. Or if we could just switch the Draugrs and get the lethal one in the right.
Yes, that would be a thing. 5, 9, 10. Well, there's an argument to be made here to say, screw you and your 8/8. I'm just swinging in with everything. Maybe I don't swing in with this and break it to get the 5/5.
Yeah, I would definitely do that attack just to get that ward out of there. But I'm liking the face plan after that. I'd go with the trade on the ward probably first, just in case.
With this?
Yeah. I think that trade's always going to happen.
Die like a
Oh, and you could actually leave him at 6 here too,
Yes.
instead of 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
just gives
just
him
not swing
one
with the
less.
Draugr.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Lightning bolt. If he lightning bolts, he's going to do the mammoth. Oh, well, sure. Because we weren't
Keeps it
really
alive.
going to do anything with that anyway. So then the question is, do I lumbering over into the right and just say, you know, that's game, or do I battalion and slow him down?
Well, if we're going to slow him down, I think the Elite does a better job of it because it might take the 8/8 down with it. It does also get the guard But is that? Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah.
I think we'll do that.
Because we essentially still have way more than we would need to kill him next turn without playing the Ogrim. And Ogrim can't gain cover anyway, so if you really wanted to kill it, he could.
I mean, he could Ice Storm here, right? Which would hurt a fair amount. I mean, I'd lose several things. Yeah, it turns out that that's still. It's not the Glass Helm he played, right?
No,
it was the Horn Helm.
Yeah. So we'll see if he has a Bone Bow here, plus, let's see, that'd be 11, 12, 13. He's a Bone Bow plus 4 more damage, and I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, I don't think it is. Unless he has a billion improvised weapons in his hand for 0.
He could have multiple 0-cost things.
A 3
no,
Magicka
you just
Unstoppable
pumped that up
Rage.
to do that?
Is
That
someone out there?
didn't seem like the best, but sure.
Your blood will spill.
The breakthrough damage. You have to take it easy on him. He's a high elf guest. He's just trying the game out. He's on his phone, yeah.
Well, I didn't get what I want, which was I was hoping for something cheap, because then what I do here is play him out, sack him to play something else there, get the 4-1, and just swing all at once. But
Well, that would be 8 that'd be a lot of Magicka.
no, if I just had like a 2... Oh, right, because I got to pay for the...
Yeah, the items aren't free.
Not
But we
free.
can still kill him.
Well, let's put him at 2 and see if it matters, and it does not.
And see, the craft is stuck, so we would have so much extra. Like, oh, we'd have the stats, we'd have the guards, we'd have everything.
Well, and the interesting thing about the 4-drops we have is our turn 8 actually looks really good, dropping down an Ogrim and some other giant 4-drop. Like, we're putting a lot of beef on the board.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is a win. So let's give out some packs.
Whoa.
A dramatic victory!
How about
Tell them how.
2 packs?
What do they do? How do they enter?
All you have to do, you don't have to type anything. Don't type raffle, don't type waffle. Don't do anything. Eat a waffle, make sure you're following us on Twitch, and be in this chat. And Moobot has already gone in to find you. And then in addition, because we discovered that apparently there's a lag time between when Moobot is pulling people in the chat and when we actually pull it for a winner. So Joe is going through to make certain that the person who wins is in here right now. But you don't have to type anything. We already know that you're in chat.
Nope. That did not. Well, maybe it. When it's declined, it would.
You could all type in chat.
Yeah, that also works.
Both of those work.
See, that's the hive mind. Anyone who had it muted saw the first couple waffles, and now they just think they have to type waffle.
You know what it's like? It's like dealing with my kids, where like whatever I say, they do the opposite. So, Joe, are those confirmed?
It's making me hungry.
I kind of want a waffle now.
Yeah. Wonder why. Man, are these Heroes of Skyrim packs that we're giving away today?
Yes, we are giving away 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim.
And the packs given away from Bethesda streams have a higher drop rate of legendaries? Or?
So those are the 2 at the top? All right. So, Huckside and Ballistus. Congratulations. You have both won 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim because there's 2 of us playing, so we give away 2 packs on wins.
We have another brave warrior awaiting a challenge.
Oh, I didn't know it was contingent upon us doing well.
It's not. I just completely made that up as I was in the midst of saying it because it sounded good.
When we lose, we'll give away even more.
Let the carnage
Congratulations. I hope you open something awesome. A sweet legendary. Blue-red.
I think we might be the only people using Moobot. I always get made fun of for Moobot.
I like Moobot.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we have our curve. I mean, we could play Circle Initiate on turn 1, use the ring, and immediately get fireballed, but do we keep this?
If we don't full keep it, I think we only keep the Initiate. I don't hate it. It could get a lot worse. I'll leave it up to you.
You could also throw back the Herbalist. You know what? I'm going to throw back the Herbalist. And
Keep the Huntmate, though? Let's keep the Wolf, sure. Let's do it.
Look at that.
Got better. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! So many Draugrs.
Yeah, almost too many of them.
Almost.
Oh, you're starting Shadow Lane with the Draugr. Interesting.
I am.
Why are we doing that?
Because I have a feeling that that's where he's going to go.
Next leveling.
And I want to be able to... Hey, look, the herbalist is back. So I think I go ahead and initiate here.
Yeah, I would.
I can't crack it.
Well, if you play the Deadly Draugr alongside of it, next turn it'll pop, or evolve, or transform, or whatever we're gonna call it. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go all in on this lane so that the Draugr can remove something if he decides to play a guard.
You know, I'm thinking, going back now in my entire Legends history, of all the times I have started, like I've been the first person to play something on the board, and I don't think I've ever started in the Shadow Lane. Like after like the first day, I just value fighting for the field.
Do you know why that is?
Because I've been told to.
Because you're doing it right.
That'd be fair.
Yeah. Sugar Magnolia.
There is an argument though. If he does go in there, you're already set up to kill things. But I'm okay with racing with this deck. This deck races pretty well.
Well, if I'm gonna race, I should have realized I could have dropped the Huntmate first. So I think now I herbalist here.
That is fair. Yeah, let's herbalist. Also not terrible here though. I would probably start going left.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the quote here that I was looking for was, once a player establishes a solid field lane presence, the creatures will have the first choice of combat against future creatures.
I mean, I understand what he was going for there. I assume he knew I was going to heal off of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I think we Draugr into this to get rid of the Rune and just go ahead and Deadly Draugr it, drop our Huntmate and swing and break the Rune and... Yeah?
Yeah, I like the Huntmate for sure.
Care to join me on the hunt?
And now we do control pretty much both lanes. Yeah, looking good.
And then next turn we can even ramp out a spine if we wanted to.
Someone made a good point.
Which was?
I should have been hosting the stream on my channel. Well, that happened. Totally forgot that I had a channel.
Oops. CVH does have a channel. CVH, where can folks find you on Twitch?
Well, I just found myself. Twitch.tv/IAMCVH. I am CVH.
I am CVH.
For Legend streams and nothing else.
Okay, so checking before I do things this time. I'm planning on just getting rid of this 2/1 here.
Okay.
4, 8, 10, put him to 9.
I think that's solid, and I would probably just play the spine because it's huge.
The other thing I was thinking though is I could snack and artisan and pump something else up just to make him do stupid stuff with this and keep going. Because like if I'm looking to finish, I don't want to lose the 4/4 here to this.
Yeah, well let's do the trade on the Wordcrafter first and maybe punch with one of the 4 attack guys and see if there's something we can trade up with, you know. Could be
or get lightning bolted. Because it's always lightning bolt.
You always should be prepared for one at least.
You need to prepare for it because it's always lightning bolt.
Do you taste my poison?
All right. So I think at this point I just spine.
Yeah, I like
over
spine.
here.
I'd play it in the right. Yeah, just keep it out of because now we don't really care about field lane. We just want to kill him.
Yeah, like if he wants to do that, fine, whatever. I got a little value off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we need next? You know what puts us comfortably in the lethal?
Is it a East Empire Crafter?
No.
Oh, what is it?
I want one of my I want my big +5/+0 dude.
Yeah, the Savage Ogre.
Of which we have 2.
Yeah, we're so likely to draw it.
So likely.
Let's say 2 in 21. I have won games with much worse odds than that before. And we don't even really need it. We just want it.
No, exactly. We don't need it. We just want it. Is a perfect way to say that. Don't see a lot of Vigilant of Stendarr. Outside of Arena, I would venture to say, do you ever see this card?
I haven't yet. It's the first time for everything, though. But this card has beautiful premium art. It's like, if there's one card that exemplifies how good the premium art is of Heroes of Skyrim, like even on the cards that don't really see play, it's Vigilant of Stendarr.
That is not a big... Well... So, 410... We still have lethal.
Yeah, we could even bypass the last rune.
Yep. I think we will.
Seems good.
Beat down. Beat down.
Good stuff. Good stuff on curve.
All right, Joseph. Go find us 2 winners for 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim, replete with legendary dragons and shouts. And we didn't see a single shout in that arena run. Like, not one we could have picked.
Yeah, they did for the first couple, I guess, weeks after the set's release, the odds were higher of getting Skyrim cards, right?
Yep.
So I saw decks for a couple days, and it was pretty obnoxious with like 5 Call of Valors, and I mean, I'm glad that's toned down a little bit now.
A little bit. Getting Fus Rodat over and over again is some serious tempo loss.
But it does beat the old days when it was just core set and it was 5 lightning bolts and stuff like that. Yeah. Do we? I mean, I know we keep the Initia and Protector. Do we keep the Hunt Mate on the draw? Yeah, I don't hate it. I think we have the ring. We have some flexibility here. We have a couple draw steps in case we want to do something else anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in chat, why so much waffle?
You know what? I take full responsibility for the waffle. I encourage the waffling. I'm now, by the way, going to be making waffles tomorrow because you guys have put it in my head.
Here we come a waffling.
I have a recipe for oh boy waffles that is second to none. Passed down from my father. You're not far away from me, CVH. You needed to drive up one time. Aren't you in, like, down in the beach?
Yeah, I drove past you one time probably for a music gig.
Yeah,
I didn't want to impose, but
you need
to nice.
You need to swing by for some waffles sometime.
Yeah,
we have winners.
So
I'm thinking Protector of the Innocent first, yes? Because if he's got it, execute. At least we start getting the beats in. Our winners for our two free packs of Heroes are Drew the Q and Linen Cloth. Congratulations to both of you. You have both won 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim.
I would just like to mention briefly that our opponent now has control of the right lane. I mean the correct lane, not the right lane. We have the right lane.
I am ready to join the circle.
We did it again.
I'm unimpressed.
We'll figure this out. Yeah. You're unimpressed by the fact we can beat it. Yeah, it's not
You keep your 2-3 over there. It's exactly where I need it. I'm actually much more upset if he puts it over here.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, if I were him, I would have put it in the right for sure. But
you are screwed, blued, and tattooed, my friend. Okay, so sequencing. Pop the ring, drop the Hunt Mate, swing with both.
Yes.
Next turn, we're going to be dropping a 6/6 guard with Regenerate.
Yep, more than likely.
As long as I draw a breath.
Care to join me on the hunt?
As long as I draw a breath.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, screw it.
Oh, we're going in. Yeah, we're definitely going in.
You know what, though? Like, I like the fact that it's not always obvious to me, that I do try and stop and think, is it right for me to attack here and let them draw another card?
Yeah. With the deck like this, it's like a little easier.
Sure. The answer is almost always yes. But
that is like one of my favorite things about the game, just the amount of little decisions you can make. Like he just decided not to attack, and I think rightfully so.
Because he doesn't want to give me any more. But guess what? It's not going to matter.
Yeah, we have enough gas.
We have lots of gas. So the Protector is still the right play here, right?
Yeah, it is the 6/6 versus the 6/5 and the 7/4.
Well, and the guard Regenerate, like it just shuts down his ability to do anything with Slay here, and
yep, it keeps another 4 damage on the board. It's the only thing you can play here with guard. And of course, like in the attack order, but in case anyone doesn't know, like the 4/4 first, just because if he did kill if he did get a prophecy like a javelin that killed something. Well, first of all, he's probably going to want to kill the 6/6 now, but if he wants to remove damage incoming this turn, he'd be using that on the 4-3, which is the worst thing on the board essentially.
Well,
So it's trying to make the prophecies a little bit worse.
Sure.
Could be worse. He could have gotten it for free.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Oh man.
Yes!
We have to slow down. We might not even get a. We might not even have a reason.
Look,
to
I'm
do
just happy we finally drew him. Where's he been hiding?
I don't know.
So I'm thinking swing, and then probably just Ulfric, right? The breakthrough will be relevant.
Yeah, might be. And we're putting him down to 4, so like anything's gonna kill him. If anything can attack, it kills him.
Again, he is now in the range of putting down some pretty meaty, 2/6 guards and stuff that presumably he's going to remove this.
But he could have gotten them for free, and he didn't, and that's what
Could
matters.
have.
And even if he does manage to come back a bit, he's got to fight through 5 of your runes.
Well, actually, even with it, there's the kitty. It's going to keep us 1 short of lethal. That kind of sucks.
but
I
is
hit
it
him
really?
for 4 here, it puts him to 3.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have lethal.
Yeah, let's just do it. 3 is the magic number. Got a 3 cost. Oh man.
I'm gonna do it in this order. I don't actually think it matters, but
It keeps the wolf alive. You can't just sacrifice the wolf. Here's a tip for all you new players out there. When you get the choice to cast out the wolf or to take a mediocre card, you take out the mediocre card. You don't cast out the wolf. You gotta save the wolf in the story mode.
save the wolf.
I'll always save the wolf.
Always save the wolf. Do you know that that used to be kill in the very early days? I don't think you were playing then. But the choice for the wolf used to be save it or kill it.
I think I actually remember that, yeah.
And then we realized, like, literally nobody wants to kill the wolf. Like, nobody would make that choice because it was the meanest choice. Like, well, we got to make it a viable choice because it's a reasonable card. So we did the cast out thing so that you didn't have to kill it and feel like a horrible person for wanting that card.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted the card too, but I was like, it's not worth it. I'm gonna lose sleep over this one.
Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Fine. It's waffle time, you miscreants. Joe, find us 2 winners amongst these waffle eaters for 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim. Are those my folks? Joe says yes. Thuldir, and Dakrow, DeCrow.
Yeah, the crow. I know both those guys. I've seen them before. Congrats.
Congratulations to both of you. You both just won 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim. And presumably, somewhere, somehow, all of you fine folks in there, here and there, are also winning drops off of our Twitch drops, which, as I mentioned, we have ramped up the frequency and way ramped down the timer, so you can win much more often. We're 3-0.
We are. Wait,
CVH.
are we? Wow, we're actually 3-0. It's gone so fast.
Okay, this monk deck, though, is not having it. Okay, Spine is going back. I still think we keep the other 2.
Yeah, actually, I mean, Spine is a greedy keep, but
It is a greedy
you have the
keep.
snack. You have the snack if you wanted to. I don't
Well,
think
you're
it's
gonna.
right.
I mean, again, entertainment purposes only. Do we?
Yeah, sure, let's keep it. Whatever.
You know
I
what?
can't get-
Actually,
yeah,
it's probably a smart keep with the ring. Like, you're playing that on 4 if he does anything with this.
sure. Yeah. Haplar says if you go 7-0, everyone in chat gets 2 packs. Now, I don't think that's gonna happen, but.
You know what, buddy? When it's your game, you go. So I'm thinking right now I crack and go Vanguard because I want to wait and drop the snack where it's going to have something to deal with.
Yeah, it is. You could make the same case for Verse though too. Like when you could wait and do the Vanguard when you need that 1 extra damage to kill something.
I just do neither.
I'd go snack personally.
Do you want me to put it in the left lane just to make you feel better?
I really, really do, Pete. I do. That makes me feel so much better.
All right.
The way the spectator.
I just want to point out the way that I'm doing this over here in the right has yet to fail us.
It's true. 100% consistency.
And guess what? If we had put it in the right,
He would have put that in the left. Well,
Damn
yeah,
it.
but then he would have. Yeah, okay. So we didn't know we were going to draw Rapid Shot too, but. So many things we could
You
be
know
thinking
what?
about.
This is becoming just as much about me teaching you as it is you teaching me.
I never said I wasn't going to pick up some things.
Well, I mean, I could rapid shot this, but it's not going to matter because that's going to be a 3-2 before this can do anything about it. Do I just run this out anyway, or?
Yeah, I mean, we should probably play the Vanguard. Do you want to just firmly take a hold of the field lane, or we could try to goad him into attacking it in the right, but I don't know if he's going to do it.
You know what? I'm not going to insult my opponent thinking that he would do something that stupid, so. But I think I'm going to hold off on the rapid shot for now, just because I don't see it doing much.
For the Emperor.
Send the winners 2 cooked waffles in the mail. That's a pretty cool interaction, stealing the charge there.
Mm-hmm. I have a nice cheap dragon.
We have a battalion to play too.
I'm going battalion over here.
In the right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The right lane. Also known as the correct lane.
Left is wrong. Right is right. Left is wrong. That's how you figure out left, because you hold up your hand in the shape of an L and it actually looks like an L.
Mm-hmm.
And L also stands for lose. So.
It does.
Oh, Gloomlurker's pretty nice.
Trixie. Trixie. Well, we can spine. We can spine and swing.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
We obey.
We lose the ring, but the spine will have us +1 max.
I think we're gonna fight in the field lane, if I'm being honest.
Shadow lane?
In the shadow lane, sorry.
Oh.
The one where I'm putting all the cards. What's this called again? What game is this?
Correct.
What game is this? This is Legends?
Yeah.
Sure.
My scales move in shadow.
Sure.
My sword hand itches.
1 HP, or 2 HP away from that actually being a thing that we could consider. But it's okay. Doesn't seem that good anyway.
So
I think I know what I'm kind of liking.
Well, we're on 6, so I could do... Well, what are you thinking?
I kind of like killing the cutpurse with what you have on board.
Yeah, I was definitely planning on going this way. What I was trying to figure out is after I do that, do I artisan so he can't just trade the Thieves Guild and I get... Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think you could play Protector in the right, and then Artisan the Protector. Because it would give it 3 HP, then you could Rapid Shot away the Gloomlurker. So then he won't actually be able to kill the Protector.
Not worry about the card, just straight removal.
Yeah, Rapid Shot, one cost action killing a 2-cost creature doesn't seem too bad. Especially when we're being a little defensive here. And we have Jarl that can give us cards anyway.
You know what that means next turn, kids.
Is it ogre time? Even if it's not ogre time.
Even if it's suboptimal, it might be ogre time. It could be the wrong play. Of course, I make the wrong play all the time, so I never let the wrong play stop me.
We have 2 ogres. We have to use the first one
Oh,
aggressively.
no!
Kryptonite.
Damn that card.
I mean, it's your guys' fault. You made the game. Oh, man.
Well, that's not happening. That's not happening.
Stampede Sentinel is really large.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I eat this and leave this behind to make him swing in so I'm at least getting both of these with this? He's still going to trade for that.
Yeah,
but at least I'm
getting
getting 3 for 2 instead of, right?
Yeah, definitely better.
And then, do I Sentinel over here?
I'd go ahead and Sentinel left. I mean, you might decide to kill the Palace Prowler for some reason, but there's not a whole lot he can do about it. And it'll threaten to kill everything he plays over there. Now, there's a couple cards that make this bad.
Yeah. But next turn.
Oh, here I thought actually what you were saying was to spine into the 1/2 because.
No,
here,
actually, what I'm saying is like, sure, he can make this trade, but if I do it the other way, I still leave behind a 1/2, or at least this way I forced him into getting rid of all 3 of his creatures just to kill that.
Well, not necessarily. If the spine kills the lethal guy, you'll have a 4/2 guard against a 1/2. So you both have one thing, but yours is bigger. So you might actually have a 4/1 here.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I could Protector to the left, Initia to the left, because I'm going to break that rune, and I'd have a 6/6 guard with regenerate here, kill this, and then also get a 4/3.
Yeah, the Protector could protect the
This guy with all the
7/6,
damage
yeah.
on him.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to... Are we killing the Palace Prowler? And that also breaks the rune? Maybe it just deals 1 less damage than you would otherwise.
Well, it deals... This here I'm dealing 6, putting him to 17 here. All right, well, in any case, I know I'm doing this. I know I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But I think I'd rather do this so my 6/6 stays.
Yeah. That could be fine, too. Oh, that's totally fine, yeah. For some reason, I didn't... Yeah, Dova the voice. I read cost 7, I was thinking that's 7 attack. We're helping each other out here. We're somehow muddling through this game. Yeah, I always think... What if Dova the voice did have 7 attack? How much more play would it see?
Bless us, kind. May we serve you with every word.
It could be ogre time. Is it ogre time?
Another play is using the 6/6 with regenerate and then the battlefield scrounger getting one of those free items, and you can still punch for 11.
Say
you
that
can
again.
also play the zealot. Use the 6/6 to attack in and then the battlefield scrounger.
Oh, and
from your
this,
hands.
the scrounger.
Yeah, because
To
that the slay ability will trigger once you kill the tiger with it.
Let's see your fighting stance.
And then
All
who
right.
knows what you get.
I like that.
It's not too great, but it's all right. Maybe it'll be useful.
And then swing for 4 and then 7.
Yeah, just get all this damage in.
Put him to 9.
And
I
then
think-
by itself, the zealot plus the savage ogre could kill him.
I think we put that to the right.
Yeah.
I'll take him all myself.
So now even if he has
to.
Dawn's Wrath, he'll be super dead.
Or Manticora, or, well, I guess he can't hit Manticora, he's at 9.
That's actually pretty solid.
Sure.
So much better.
Sure.
My sword hand.
We still have it.
There isn't a lock that will keep this one.
Oh, now we don't.
Yeah, the guard. But we do have the magical Christmas land, East Empire Savage Ogre. If we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem bad. Probably better than whatever we're gonna draw off the Jarl.
So I guess I just trade here straight up for this Savage Ogre to the left again?
Well, if you play the Crafter, you can, like, Savage Ogre right and give it a huge guard to block the Palace Prowler.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. But yeah, the Savage Ogre buff on the Werewolf can deal 9.
But the Crafter to the left or to the right?
I'm not totally sure it matters a whole lot. I guess left is okay. I mean, right's probably fine too. Honestly, either one probably is fine.
Taste my steel.
Like, it protects it in the right from a card like Cliff Racer, but I don't think that card's gonna save him here. He would definitely not have time to play the value game. Because he's at 6. And even if we don't kill him, we can almost definitely draw 2 cards.
For the Emperor.
Sure.
So much better.
Yeah, but that gives me a 4/1. So you...
Oh, he's got a plan.
Is it
He's
a
got a
good
plan.
plan?
It's a Thought Steal.
Nah.
What's that one card? Thought Seize. Sorry, I mixed up my other games.
Thoughtseize, yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that one.
once in a Pro Tour qualifier, I tried to play as an instant instead of sorcery, and it is most definitely not. Oops.
the lethal is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Die like a dog.
Wow, look at East Empire Crafter go. It's so good.
By the aim of fire.
Look, we got to play the ogre and we got to buff something with the crafter. Like, that was the best game ever.
Yep. Definitely. Oh, when you draft with a plan.
It's a plan.
Yeah.
Winner, winner. Joe, find us some more winners. I'm jumping right back into a game. We're at 5. We're going to see if we can keep going.
I think we can do it.
Malt, Speyside, and Woden. Congratulations. You have both won 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim. Congratulations. Open good stuff. Let us know what you won. CVH, we're rolling. Your well-crafted deck is just beating the hell down.
You did all the hard work, man. I just...
What hard work was that? Driving poorly, using the wrong lane?
Clicking the cards.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
I have lost several games due to clicking the wrong thing.
Okay. Do I pitch the Scrapper and keep the Elite? Because I feel like of the two, I want the 3/5 more than I want the 4/5, the 3/5 lethal.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I kind of hesitate towards just the 4/5 raw stats.
I mean, I also could keep them both. I mean, I could just not do anything on turn 1 and just turn 2 natural, turn 3 play, you know, whichever one I want.
Yeah. You can do that.
Screw
think
it.
I'd probably, yeah. 'Cause we do have a good amount of 4s, so you'll probably, even if you ship one, even if you shipped both, you'd probably get, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now this is a hand I'd consider just aggressively
Starting to
bringing
spit
every
out?
turn.
Yeah.
Let's go snack, crafter, scrapper, elite, whichever one.
There?
Snack Crafter Elite? Is that what we're calling that curve?
Yeah, sure.
I am ready to join the circle.
So I think I'm just swinging.
Get back, I say.
Yeah,
I
I
could
like
make
it.
an argument to make the trade there and not let him pull shenanigans, and then I think I just each crafter to the right, and then I got whatever I want for.
I kind of like the crafter in the left still.
You
They're
do?
dominating the lane pretty well, yeah. Even if he can get rid of the 2/2 with something.
Taste my
You're
sweet.
crazy.
Yeah, the East Empire crafter can. Alright, so I don't know. Is there? Well, okay, so Shield Breaker is the one card here that'll kill the East Empire crafter, but only in this lane. So let's see if he has Shield Breaker. It's totally gonna be Shield Breaker. Okay, it's not Shield Breaker. Good.
It's not enough to watch your back these days.
He's got some dragons going on.
Apparently.
Die like a dog.
All right, so I mean, I guess I actually don't know if it matters. 4/5 in the right with guard, 3/5 lethal,
Yeah, it doesn't matter yet, but that's probably why I would hold the elite in my hand.
and put the
just in
Scrapper
case.
out.
Yeah, the elite could be good later to get rid of something that nothing else in our deck can deal with. But that is a powerful guard there. That's super hive defender. Someone just saw you get guard on that thing.
They won't get the drop on me.
So what is he hitting off of a prophecy that I care about in terms of sequencing here?
Well, there's nothing that I think... The only thing that gets rid of your effect is Cursed Spectre or Mummify.
Yeah.
But that would be really bad to get your Arcane Elite mummified too.
Die like
So I'd probably
a
just
dog.
attack first.
And then do we elite to the right and care about this? Yeah.
I care a little bit about it. Yeah.
I mean, he has to keep coming up with really good answers to deal with this.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know how many Fell of the Mighty he had the chance to draft.
Could be lay down. Oh, there's the
Mummify that one.
Ooh,
Rapid shot.
very interesting. Nah. This is when that sharpshooter scout too.
Right? Great man once said. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get both of these.
Yeah, definitely.
Death to dry skins.
The riskier, crazier line of play would have been play this, run into that, get the one thing that shuts this off. But come on.
What does shut it off of it?
The bow, the +1/+0 bow.
We still have
Oh,
to pay
but
for
it's
the
I still have to
items,
pay
yeah.
for it.
If it was free, that card would be like so amazing.
Well, as would a lot of cards. So I guess I just herbalist and run this guy out in the left.
Yeah, sure.
Need a poultice?
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
So he gets his trade, but we have a Sentinel next turn.
Yeah, that's a big dude. I'll give you that much.
That is a little bit in the way.
So
We could try to kill it, or we could just play a slightly bigger dude and see what he does. Someone said, why not trade the Stormcloak for the Draugr? The Draugr was currently shadow laned, so it had cover, could not be attacked for
would
a turn.
love to have done that.
Yeah. But it just
Which, by the way, I'd like to point out, if we had just stayed to the left lane, then we would have been able to do that. So
he would also have a 3/3 on the board that would have drawn him a card when he played.
All right,
this
so
dragon.
what's the better line of play? Like, do we just swing these two and put him to 17, get our 5/5, and drop down a Sentinel?
Do you taste
I just put him to 16 and drop a Sentinel down.
What's
Let's
that?
make him. I just put him to 16. I just all the way down to 16. Even if you get that 5/5, it's not going to be the best play next turn probably. So let's just make him do all the work.
All the work.
A wise man once said, "Let him figure it out." You know. We'll make the straightforward attack, deal the damage, and our opponent will try to figure it out. And figure it out he did.
Sure.
It is half of his turn, half of his magicka. He's like, I still don't know what to attack. So, yep.
So,
Taste my steel.
well,
The Protector's pretty interesting too.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
We can't
not
have all.
seeing-
We can't have all of our things.
Yeah, if we play the Protector, it'll die to the 6 where we can't kill it, and play the Protector along with the Rune Destruction.
So the question is, do I run everybody into this? Actually,
Thinking
no.
about the Scrounger, maybe? It's
Yeah.
almost enough damage to kill them both.
Yeah, it's not quite though. I think I just get rid of this.
The Dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You can drop Ulfric then.
Or do we care about getting rid of this? No, we care about the dragon more than the crafter.
Yeah, whatever we play dies to the Dragon.
And then I wonder, do I just put the battalion out to the left? Or do I put the... Maybe I just do Ulfric.
Yeah, I'd kind of like Ulfric just for Magicka usage.
Do I put it out to the left, though?
I think that's fine. I think he'll just play whatever. If he has a thing to make guard, he'll just follow the Ulfric wherever
I'm
it
just
goes.
trying to think, like, okay, well, what kind of big stuff is he building towards doing what we did with this, which is, you know, big, meaty, now you have to deal with me stuff that's gotten bigger. Like, we don't want to see his own scrapper here, because that just straight trades for this.
We don't want to see anything big at all. We want
No.
him to just have 5 mud crabs, ideally. I think we can beat that hand.
I will fight for my home.
Oh, he's really suiting stuff up. Whoa.
Oh.
That's
Well,
impressive.
I'm sorry, you were saying something. I got interrupted when he played a 7/9 guard.
Hey, we can kill it.
Yeah,
He
we
did-
can.
He did play it before attacking, which is a little scary if you had that mummify.
Well, I can't do both. So,
Yeah, if we Scrounger, we can't play anything but the Hiss Speaker. And I don't think there's a way to kill him next turn if we just play the 2 4-drops in the right.
Well, I'm wondering if I do the Hiss Speaker over here to be safe for a turn, get us up, because next turn we could have 2. We could have multiple things we could drop. And I just run the Scrounger here.
Yep.
And I guess the sequence here is Ulfric first and Scrounger second, right?
Yeah, I would.
Just to see what kind of equipment we get.
I draw power from these trees.
Shield Breaker's not bad, especially if he's going to give guard to everything.
With this, yeah.
But this is the first truly scary game this run, I think.
Yep.
Cave Bear. That's one of my favorite new cards in Arena. Whew. Look at the East Empire Crafter go.
Damn, man. Okay. So.
We just have to believe that he can't kill us.
Here's what I'm wondering. Do I right run Protector to the right, Shield Breaker on the Protector, giving rid of this guard, attack, put him to 14, this becomes an 8/8 with guard and regenerate, so at least I can trade for both of these.
And then you get the Mammoth 2 this turn?
And then I still get a Mammoth.
I think that's pretty good. It's like a much more... If we had a Savage Ogre, maybe an even more aggressive... But I think this could even still get the job done.
I mean, we really don't need him to hit a Prophecy here.
Oh.
Thank you. And then Mammoth to the left, right? I mean, it's going to take him 2 attacks to deal with this, but...
I think he just ignores it forever. We never break him through that mummy. I think we just play it in the right. And hope that our whatever we can come up with is
now
better
you're
than...
on team right side. Now you finally join me.
This isn't solo arena. My opponents don't just start with stuff on the board. I stay away from that format. I don't like my opponents cheating.
Bunch of cheating AI in that solo
Dwellers.
arena. It's definitely gotten harder since Skyrim. No question about that. All right, what do you got here, sir? What's bad for us? Any kind of silence is bad.
Rage.
For Skyrim. So you hit me to 5, put me to 14, but I draw. No, you're going to hit me
Unstoppable
for...
Rage.
Well,
Die like a
that's
dog.
not terrible.
Whisper your need to the scales. Die together.
That is a lot of stuff.
Yep. It was
And
smart
we are
sequencing.
on a clock. Oh, perfect. Just what we need. Something else to deal damage to us. Well. 2, 5, 8. I mean, we are way past lethal time.
Yeah, I don't think we have a single prophecy that's going to be able to save us because he has the lethal down there too. So even if we get a midnight snack, we might just be a little bit... Is there anything we could draw
4,
off
1,
the Jarl?
8, 10. No. That only gets us to 10 if we play this and then play the axe.
Yeah, if we played Ayla's Huntmate and Drew, and we got a Savage Ogre, we'd still be a little bit off of killing him. So I'm not really seeing it out, but let's see what we get anyway. Do you get much of a chance to play the ladder, or are you just an arena guy when you get the chance?
I'll take him all myself.
Say that again?
You get much of a chance to play the ladder? Because I know a few of the devs like Maricon or...
Paul
Always.
loves to play the ladder.
Yeah.
He wants to know what's going on with his
Ready to join the circle.
metagame and how the decks at the top of the ladder are looking. What am I right now? 9? I don't play a whole lot. I might start playing a little bit more. Yeah, we're just dead.
Monthly cards. Yeah, even if we guard, he has enough damage. If we had two runes left, then we might have had a chance with the perfect amount of luck.
Hail to this. A fine battle.
It's been my honor.
But there were definitely way more people playing the ladder at Legend, at least last month, than I think any other month before. I don't know if that's actually true, but it seemed true.
Well, we have a loss, kids.
We do.
Against an opponent that played well. Joe, how are we on time? We got enough time to keep going, or should we stop? It's 6. You know what? We'll get one more in.
Let's do it.
Our loss is your gain. We're still giving away packs because CVH and I love you guys. So,
yep.
Moose in real life and McAvoy 1013. Both of you just won 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim.
Moose in real life. I love these names.
Maybe we can go out on a win.
Oh yeah, I believe. Definitely believe. This is versus Arena rank 1, right? Or what rank are we?
Well, when it reset, I think I'm at 3.
Gotcha.
Because it reset again when Heroes came out. So
yeah.
we pitch the Ogre and keep our Snack and Draugr.
That sounds good to me.
I mean, do we just try and curve out here?
With the Snack and Draugr?
And the Crafter, or do we wait and see what he does?
I mean, turn 1, I'm probably just playing Draugr in the field lane.
Fine.
We can play a 2-drop behind it, and we can have the choice to protect it.
Fine.
So good.
He's not going to do that. He's going to go over here where I can't get to him.
Yeah, we don't want to get to him. We want to get to, like, the portrait. Look at that. Use the ring. Use this whole initiative or lack thereof.
No, sir. Don't you try and talk your way out of that being a good play.
I'm okay with this.
We put it over here. He can't get us. We put up a guard to protect it.
This is fine. It's totally fine.
Look, I know that you're right. I know that you're right. I just still want to argue with you.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm a good person to argue with.
Damn it. This card is good. I mean, it's seeing pretty healthy constructed play. Just.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That is.
I don't know what we do here, boss.
Well,
we don't have any targets for this, so.
Might be time to just get out of that lane.
You're funny. You're funny. Do we have anything? We have one thing we could hit on 4 that we would want to run this out. So the question is, do we put this out, or do we try getting in with the Initiate, or? Well,
we don't even have anything with 5 health, so it's not like we're gonna get any effect off of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering at 4. The Scrapper is.
I still kind of like playing the East Empire Crafter in the right, because next turn maybe we want to play double 2. Maybe we play a 4-drop. We could draw into one of our, Scrapper. There are the 2 Arcane Elites. I think there's 2 of them.
Yep.
We got some things, yeah.
I bet this is good news. Yep.
Wow, this is quite. All right, so I'm just gonna bring this up. I didn't think I'd bring it up, but. I still kind of sometimes think about testing some games on stream one day where we just have a cooldown on the ring. So, like, you use it, next turn, you can't use it again. Like, that would have prevented a lot of this. Cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cooldown on the ring. So I think, actually, at this point, I got to put the Zealot out here just because I have to trade for this.
Die like a dog.
In the right or the left?
That's what I don't know. Either. I mean, I don't want him to keep running wild with that.
Well, honestly, I think the Dark Guardian might be a more immediate problem because it just prevents you from ever playing in the left lane.
Yeah, but the left lane is death. The left lane, this doesn't work out for us.
Well, now it is.
You know what? Like, actually, we should just go with that and just win in the right lane. That's what we should actually be doing. I gotta say right now, I'm liking his board state a lot more than ours right now.
Yeah, you had the ring.
Hey, good news. Excellent.
Oh, we can, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, it's a powerful turn for him. Definitely a powerful turn.
You won't escape alive.
We might be playing one more game before we get to a win, kids. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
We have the Savage Ogre Bros, though. You're holding it down.
I think we got a Snack and Initiate it over here, right?
Where? In the right?
Yeah, except if I do that,
It's annoying, but in the left, he just keeps eating stuff with
Yeah.
the Dark Guardian. And
But what I'm thinking
power.
is he can't actually buff the...
Is someone out
Well, of
there?
course he can.
I am ready to join.
But
the
if
circle.
he attacks with this, he just kills it and it doesn't
Yeah.
grow. If he attacks it with this, it's just a 1/2
Die,
that.
yeah. It's optimistic, but the hand is bad. And
We
the
are
board state
screwed,
is
blued,
worse.
and tattooed, ladies and gentlemen.
Far from home.
Look, we got our 2 Savage Ogres. How much
Yeah.
good are they going to do us right now?
Not a whole lot. Not
Not a whole lot.
We can eventually trade up with something into his 3-cost card.
While we're dying.
Yes, while we're done. Taking something down with it.
All right, so next turn, I think I have to...
Orders. End of the road.
I don't know what I have to do. I need to draw... yeah, not you.
Black Rose Herbalist. Just in time.
Perfect. So, do I heavy battle axe onto this just to kill this and end this nonsense over here?
Yeah.
And then I don't even know. And then I guess we circle initiate.
Yeah, as we commit 2/3 of our Magicka pool to kill the worst thing on the board.
I'm telling you, this is going really well.
Definitely.
I have a good feeling about this. We're at 21, but soon,
Hey, you ever just play
victory.
on mobile and have your battery die? I think that's our out. That's just our out.
hey Joe, can you kick our internet out over there? Hey, how come, wait a minute, how come the internet was just randomly going down like every Friday afternoon when I was playing until I needed to go out?
No, we need his internet to go out.
No, I'll take mine to go out right now, honestly.
Yeah,
Just so I don't
I'll
have
just
to
be
watch
stuck
the
here.
rest of this.
Yeah.
And then I can come back in like 20 minutes and be like, hey, how'd we do? Did we...
Beginning is at hand.
Man, Dark Guardian lived the entire game and managed to grow by 6 attack points.
Is that good? Because that seems good. We're going to be gentlemen is what we're going to do.
The battle is yours.
Yep.
I thank you. A fine battle.
All right, Joe, that was so quick and awful. We gotta run it back one more.
Yeah, just one more.
That was...
It literally could be just one more if we lose again.
It literally could be after getting off to such a strong start. Well, look, this is how Arena usually goes. You
Yeah.
win more, you play tougher opponents with better decks.
You lose more, you just start winning.
It goes the other way.
Games begin.
The ring
The most
giveth and the ring
satisfying
taketh away.
The most satisfying feeling is starting 0-2 and running the whole run back.
Yep, I have done that. It definitely feels good.
Yep.
We're doing it. Midnight
Okay.
smack to a turn 4 spine. It worked well for us last time.
Oh yeah, we got the ring this time and the 2/2 drops, and this is looking way better already. It's always awkward because you don't want to start with the prophecies because you'd rather get them off of runes. But
Yep.
Then you also just want to play stuff. And
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Taking it.
Soldiers report.
Your orders.
Great.
Your orders.
Man, Cool Forever says, I just want to say thank you, Bethesda, for an amazing game.
Marsh friend.
Thank
I
you.
can speak for them. I can speak for them.
All right.
Is someone out there?
Look, we're in control of the field lane.
We are. We
He's
have
going
a
to
2/2
execute us right now. Here it comes. Bang.
Nah, he's not going to do it. That is pretty
Oh.
strong, though.
That's almost as good.
I hear and obey.
Well, you could try to take some value trades.
Yeah, and go here first just so that I get them both.
Yeah, I like it.
That's what I'm
Get
thinking.
back, I say.
And then circle initiate also to the left, I guess. We could do both, I guess. We could initiate and jogger.
You could go like super value and play the initiate in the right and plans to kill that 1/1, but that seems a little slow. Maybe we're just gonna go face.
Look, that way I'm protecting the field lane in case he decides to play big stuff over here. I'm not getting arrow stormed next turn if he's got one of those, God forbid.
Yeah, they always seem to have it. Hit Lion.
Holy free holies.
Again, we just want to move the Draugr over. Why does this warrior deck not have any shadow shifts?
Harbinger.
Well, he's pretty reliably going to eat that.
And we only have one ring charge left. I think that's all right. We should probably use it on something.
Yeah, well, if we use it, it allows us next 3 turns to play something big each turn, as opposed to taking this one off. The question is, what are we doing here?
Well, if we Stone Tooth Scrapper and he then finds an Execute to kill the 2/2, then our Scrapper's not going to be able to kill the 5/5.
And we just lost that too. We could Elite, but we're probably saving that for something bigger.
Yeah, if we Elite, then he definitely attacks the 2/2. Maybe that's okay, though. Maybe that's okay.
We're going to Scrapper to the left and just say, all right, Lion, do your thing for a while. We'll figure out an answer in a bit.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Spine's going to
we got the spine.
Yeah. And we can start packing some punches in the left lane over here.
This should be good.
Whoa. All right.
Well, that would not have gone well for us either way, right?
Probably not. Probably not. A slight consideration of Ayla's Huntmaid, I guess. Is it better than the Elite? He's probably going to give us cards anyway.
Yeah, but which one do we need more?
So
right now.
Next turn,
do we need a 4/4 and draw a card right now, or do we need a 3/5 that just says kill a thing?
Depends on where we want to trade. If we want to kill the Lion, probably the 3/5. Then we could use the Huntmaid to kill the 3/1 next turn. Maybe Vanguard into the 4/1. I could see an argument for it. The Lion is also the biggest thing currently.
I think we Elite to the right, because right now what I'm thinking is I actually kill this thing first if I have to, because even if I take these 2, I'm still taking more damage off the board.
Yeah, fair enough.
You swim in deep waters.
And I follow up with the Elder's Bud if I need to. And next turn, if I need to, if I get something cheap, I can Vanguard into this to kill that and play something else. Not that. Not that.
Where are all the prophecies? We had so many.
Where are all the 3-drops when you need them? Oh, there's some good news. Well, we fared really well against that guy last time we saw him.
Oh, yeah. The aggressive East Empire.
So I think the thing that removes the most damage off of the board, of course, it just puts us to 2, and if he has any equipment, we're straight up dead. What actually removes the most is killing the Pit Lion and running the Vanguard into this.
Yeah, then he needs 4 damage.
Yeah, and then he needs, at least he needs 4.
And our follow-up play is a Black Rose Herbalist or a His Speaker.
Well, I mean, we might His Speaker here, yeah.
Death to dry skin.
The Nords must take back Skyrim.
Yeah, we're kind of forced into still attacking, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just in case of... Well, he probably wouldn't target his speaker with much he got there, but yeah.
Say
so
that
we
again?
had 5, 6, 7. I was thinking of playing his speaker after attacking, but probably not going to get hit by any prophecies there.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
I live for this. Into the breach.
So maybe not dead? Maybe not dead? No items?
Not
sure how
dead.
we're gonna
Not dead
win.
yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Now we're dead. Now we're just dead, because he's going to hit that for sure.
Shall be ours.
Okay. We...
Ooh.
Well... I mean...
I can
yeah.
theoretically just save us.
If we play this here,
The city is safe in my hands.
we swing with this, right?
Yeah, do we want to do any trades first? We kind of need a trade. Make sure that happens. The 4-2. Get that out of there.
Oh, in case he hits something like Piercing Javelin's this?
Yeah, I mean, we lose to Piercing Javelin anyway, but
Of course, but
maybe a guard or something.
by the same token, if... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
We just need to not hit a prophecy and for him to not have any additional damage.
Well,
at
he
all.
hit a prophecy.
All right, we just need it to be that...
It's
the
always
one more
Piercing
thing.
Javelin.
No, it's the Dwemer, I'm sure.
It's always piercing javelin.
It's the Dwemer. Yeah, it's probably javelin. He doesn't even need it because he has a shield breaker or something. Yeah.
By the egg, a fine battle.
We put up a fight. We top decked something defensive. It actually was the javelin. He didn't even want to use it for free.
I hear and obey.
He didn't deem it worthy.
Well, kids, we started off hot. We cooled off at the end. Ring or no ring.
Someone mentioned if I wonder what would have been different if we had played the Elite first. Someone mentioned it. I don't know if it would have changed a lot, but it could have. I don't know. That was like one of the only decisions that we really.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see if we got anything good at least. Let's pick a couple more. You know what? We got 4 wins on that run, right? Let's pick 4 winners for 2 free packs. Skyrim. Speaking of Dwemer.
Not a bad run, and you always get good rewards in the versus arena for Elder Scrolls Legends. Just always do. For your value, at least. Oh, yeah, halls.
Let's see what we got.
So you pay 150 a pack, and a 45 gold is basically that back, plus all the extra cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
We like to think that we give away a lot of good value in our game. It's intentional. All right. Winners of chicken dinners. Colorful Jargon, Snoreski, Queck, and Emerald City Jester. Congratulations to all 4 of you. You have each won 2 free packs of Heroes of Skyrim. Congratulations. Thank all 4 of you for joining us. Congrats to all of our other winners who won free packs. We appreciate you guys watching us. Thanks to everybody in the chat who joined us. And most importantly, thank you to the legendary, literally, CVH. What's your highest rank ever in battle?
My first time hitting #1 legend was about a year ago now. So #1.
All right. So, and again, as a reminder, if you want to find the comparable CVH, you can find him streaming all the time on Twitch. I am CVH.
Yep.
He's also I am CVH on Twitter if you want to ask him questions or pick his genius mind for wonderful strategy tips on how to play the Elder Scrolls Legends. That's the guy. Don't ask me. It's pretty obvious. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. CVH, thank you so much for your time and for joining us. We'll have to have you on again real soon.
Thanks
and I'll be watching you stream. Good luck in the Rumble this week. If you run the Gauntlet, to everybody else, remember the Gauntlet starts tomorrow, about 12 hours from now, 11:36. We'll be running all weekend. Chance to take a deck in. You can do multiple runs, win lots of cool prizes. I think that's about it. CVH, anything else?
I'll definitely be playing the Gauntlet. Also, just a quick shout out, I guess. There's tournaments happening if you guys want to get involved in that sort of thing. You can check the subreddit for Elder Scrolls Legends. Some open tournaments run by TESL Champion Series. Thought I'd give them a quick shout out because it's a good way to get your feet wet in the competitive scene, as with the Gauntlet mode, of course, because it's like the best thing about this game, honestly. I love the Gauntlet, so
absolutely. And worth noting, even if you don't want to play, it's definitely worth checking out the info on when they're going to be streaming and playing, because they usually show the later rounds of that, as I recall. They don't stream them all, do they, CVH?
I don't think so, but the ones I played in, they streamed one match every round.
Yeah, so definitely check that out so you can see some of the better players playing some of the better decks, pick up tips from folks like CVH. I will be on vacation next week, on staycation next week, but we might still be doing a stream. I may see if I can get G-Staff on, who is still learning to play Legends, and maybe help him out as he's making his way through the Elder Scrolls Legends. Reminder that it's out on Steam for PC and Mac. It's out on your phones now, Android phone, iPhone. It's out for tablets. It's free to play. If you haven't been playing it, you should. If you haven't linked up your Bethesda Net account and your Twitch account, you should. So you can go watch great folks like CVH stream and get rewarded with all kinds of loot. Until next time, I'm Pete Hines. That's CVH. Thank you guys for joining us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.